it's Deanna and Justin.
What's up?
Good day. It could be any time of day
I was
when you're listening.
so violently ill on Thursday.
Oh. Like just sick under the weather, or were you drinking?
No. We went to Game 7. They lost. I'm now officially banned from Phillies games because I've only seen one playoff win.
I was actually going to text you.
Yeah.
And tell you that you need to stop going to Phillies games.
And I was there when they lost in 2011. They were up 4-0. Great seats though. I was at the World Series last year. They lost. That was not my fault. They just had a really good team against them. I was at game 1 of the championship series where they hit a ton of home runs. Then I went to 6, lost 7, sat up top, lost. Texts floods in as soon as they leave from all my friends. Officially banned from any type of playoff game for the future.
Yeah, I would say it's probably best you don't go anymore.
But I got back. Was it a Wednesday? Yeah, it was whatever night. Wednesday.
I forget.
Friday,
I don't know. There's so many things that happen between now and that loss. Terrible loss.
Had a scratchy throat. I woke up Thursday. And I'm like, I'm sick. Now, I sleep with the window open, and it was like 30 degrees that night, so I figured I was just getting blown out by that.
Could have been that.
But I was just not having it. So I just started banging out vitamin C. I started banging out multivitamins, which make you smell horrible. Like sweat, burp, fart, all that stuff. It's just a pill of powdery crap.
It's a potent smell.
But it worked. I mean, also, I was just slamming cold medicine, but accidentally took drowsy stuff. So I could not function whatsoever. I've
Did
never
you sleep
been.
a lot? That's probably why you're better.
I slept a little bit. I mean, it's because if I get sick, it's like total man flu, and like, oh, you got the man flu.
Yeah.
I get sick like once a year, and it just wipes me out, and that's it. So I was like, I can't. I got a wedding. I got a birthday party. I'm going to 2 different states, 3 different cities over 4 days.
You've been busy.
I have to be. I got to get better. So I just take all the pills. I'm slamming water, vitamin C, Pedialyte. I mean, I am the most well-hydrated person that I've ever been in my entire life. Woke up Friday and I had to drive to Syracuse. Felt fine. I was good. I was like, thank God, because it was just like a one-day kind of flush me out of my system kind of thing. But I was severely worried. I didn't want to cancel anything. I'm taking COVID tests because I don't want to be the person that goes to a wedding
and gets everybody sick. Oh, I hate that person.
Because multiple people I was at the game with got COVID from the Phillies game, which is somehow just makes it substantially worse after you watch them lose.
Oh, yeah. Way to add insult to injury.
But my biggest fear at any type of thing is sitting in the middle of a row, and I had to sit in the middle of a row at the Phillies game. So I just basically dehydrated myself for a couple hours. I think I had 2 beers, but I would pace myself. And then when I got down to finally pee, I just stayed down for an inning and a half and peed as much as I could. So I don't have to push past people because I hate pushing past people. And when you're up top, it's so steep. Your balance is off a little bit. So I just basically went into starvation mode for most of the game, so I didn't have to go pee. But at least we were standing, so my aching knees and ankles distracted me from the fact that I just had to go to the bathroom the whole time.
Worked.
Yeah, and then
You're better now?
Then and they lost, and I just waited traffic out. I was the last one to leave. Lot M, which is Jetro, and then the elevated Jetro lot. I was the last one. I just sat in the car and waited. Because I was going to have to wait
just
either way.
For the traffic?
Yeah, and everybody left, and then I was the last one. I was the first one in the stadium Game 6, and I was the last one out of the parking lot Game 7.
That is a clutch move. I would rather sit still in my car in a parking space than sit in the traffic and go inch up, and then inch up, and then inch up. Because the same thing happened to us over the weekend. We went to see my niece play soccer, and the parking lot was so full. And my husband, Jacob, pulls out of the space and, joins the line to get out of the lot. And I'm like, why are we doing this?
I can imagine there's nothing worse than sitting in traffic for a 10-year-old's game. I'd rather sit in Philly.
Very busy. It's very busy. And I'm like, why?
30 teams
why
playing.
Are we We should just wait for everyone else to go.
I could have got out quickly, though, because I've now developed a strategic way of parking at any game in a certain lot, in a certain spot, which I will reveal to nobody. But if you find the parking attendant, Arthur S., who I had 3 days in a row, you're parking in the right spot. I'm not going to tell you where. I'm not going to tell you how. I'm not going to tell you what turns to make.
This is a life hack.
But it's close to the stadium. And if you strategically park in one spot, which I did, I parked in basically the same spot 3 games in a row, you will leave before everybody and not have to sit in so much traffic.
Right.
I'll never
Noted.
No, I'll never tell anybody. The only parking I share is where to park at the airport. That's it. That's literally the only one I will share with people.
Still gonna note it.
This one, you got to find Arthur. He'll say "Go Phils." He wears aviator sunglasses. He has a knit cap and he has a scraggly beard.
Interesting.
That's if you find him, you've parked.
Okay.
In the right spot. So I went to a wedding Saturday. But I drove up Friday, 4 hours to Syracuse.
Oh, gosh.
I decided to leave at 11 a.m. and I drank a pot of coffee before I left. When I tell you that I peed at every single rest stop and one Wawa on the way, so it's like Turnpike 81 to 461 in New York State, there's like 7 rest stops. I hit them all.
Are you kidding me?
No, because I got on the Turnpike. I hit Allentown, peed. Hickory Run, peed. There's one above Scranton, peed there. It's a small one. Peed at the New York State Welcome Center. Peed at Preble Hill, which is a small farm town in New York, and then I made my destination. But I also peed at Wawa before all that,
That's a lot
too.
of stops. How long did it actually take you to get?
Less than 4 hours. I'm telling you, it's 3:52 there. I don't mess around. I don't do the whole let's go shopping thing. I'm in, I pee, I wash, I leave.
Yeah, but the pulling off the highway, the parking, that takes some time.
When I tell you that I went to 7 rest stops, I was maybe at them for 10 minutes total. I don't do the stretching thing. I saw somebody meditating outside.
Oh, that's different.
Of a stop.
Sometimes you got to bring it back to center with all that traffic and road rage.
It smells like urine and there's fumes everywhere. How are you meditating? So probably less than 10 minutes total in all of them.
That's actually really impressive because when Jacob and I were driving to Williamsburg a couple weeks ago, we made 3 stops. We did 2 rest stops and then a grocery store stop to bring some snacks to the house.
Yeah.
And on top of it, it was pouring rain in Richmond, and then there was a little bit of traffic on 95. We got there 2.5 hours later than we should have.
2.5 hours?
Yes.
Dude, you can't stop and shop. You got to do that all before you go.
We didn't. We would go in, we would pee, we would
you went to the grocery store, though.
Well, we did that once. We
can't do that.
Closer to their house, we grabbed snacks for the house.
So on Friday, I'm driving to Nashville, okay? It's 11 hours and 45 minutes. There's 2 other people going. I know no details besides we're driving to Nashville.
Why are you driving to Nashville?
I know no details until today, maybe. I don't know. But if it's up to me, I will get in the car and I will drive the 11 hours and 45 minutes straight through.
What is this for?
It's for work here.
And you're driving?
We're driving. It's a late-minute addition to something that's happening. When I drove across country, I did 10 hours a day, 11 hours a day. I can bang this trip out in straight shot, pee every once in a while. But I do have rules. If I'm going with people, it's you got to poop, let me know. You got to pee, let me know. No judgment. We're pulling off. Because I'm the same way. If I got to go, we got to go. I'll do it on the side of the highway. I don't care. But I'll drive the whole thing through. We've worked out no details yet. But that's my in.
Ugh, driving just sounds like I'm already tired. I'm already tired for this trip, and I'm not even going on.
I'm eating bland. Just
you have to prep your body.
I do because I have to pee and go. It's just my stomach is very sensitive to certain things. But hopefully, I just go into survival mode whilst in the car. I definitely can't sit in the back though, so that's why I'm just going to advocate to drive the whole way. I don't I guess there's stops planned. I don't know many details. I just know we're going, and if it's up to me, I'll just go boom, leave it 10 a.m. Get there by 10:30 p.m. at the latest. There's no, I don't want to make this 20 hours. This is if it says 11:45, I'm going to try and beat 11:45. I'm trying to get 11:40.
Yeah, it's like a game. You have to try and beat the time.
Always.
That's what I did that too. I did that on our last road trip. I was looking up the Waze directions and I was seeing how much I could shave off.
And you just lost.
6 minutes. It shaved 6 minutes, but it was 6 minutes nonetheless.
I thought you said it was 2.5 hours late.
Yes, but all around.
No,
at the
that's
end of the
still
day,
2.5 hours.
the Google map was showing an arrival time of 6 minutes later than Waze. So.
All right. So, well, yeah.
You know?
I'll try and shape. I like when it adjusts for you. Like, okay, this is nice that it's adjusting for me. I don't have to adjust multiple things, but I will try and beat the time, and hopefully they let me drive because I don't like to not drive.
Is the fact that you've been so busy the reason why you're not dressed up today? Spoiler alert, today's Halloween, the day we're recording this.
Yeah.
Is that the reason that you're not dressed up today? Because you've been so busy?
I just woke up and was like, oh, it's Halloween. Like, I put the candy together
not even like a
night.
funny hat?
Nah, it's,
I'm
whatever.
kind of disappointed.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm over it. I'm not over it, but I don't have kids. I'm just like, I don't own like you have a Halloween shirt. I don't own a Halloween
dressed up.
shirt.
This is a costume.
Okay. So you put as much effort as I put in.
I'm Ghouls Gone Wild.
Stop. This shirt is
skeleton hands holding over my upper chest area.
Boobs. You can say that now. Do you have skull pants on?
No, they're just
black pants. I mean, that's somewhat of an effort. Have you owned this shirt for a while?
I have. I've had it for a few years.
Is it like a rotational shirt for Halloween? You know what I mean? Like you have it just in case?
No, I usually wear it, somewhere around Halloween.
Okay.
In the season.
If you wear it any other day but Halloween, it might look weird to people.
It's definitely strange.
Is she a goth girl or is she?
Wear it around Easter. Walk around with skeleton hands over my boobs.
Just put little eggs in them. You know what I mean? It'll be skeleton hands holding eggs. That'll go over real well with a lot of people. Do you have like a rotational costume? Like sitting in a bucket, a basket, a tote?
So, yes and no. I have a tote in the basement full of Halloween costumes.
Costumes or pieces of costumes?
Both.
Okay.
But there are none that I've rotated, none I've worn multiple times. I just have them in the event I may need them.
I would say most adults have rotational costumes. Like you just wear one every.
Yeah.
Just be a pirate every year.
You know what? I'm actually very curious what my husband went to work dressed up as today because
Did he dress up?
He told me he was going to. He did last year. I left the house before he was even awake. I went to yoga real early this morning, and he was gonna dress as his coworker.
Which is the best Halloween costume.
Right. To like troll her and be funny.
Yeah.
And I pulled a pair of pants out of our closet of mine, and I placed them somewhere specific for him. And before I left for yoga, I said, hey, I left my pants out here for you. Try them. They may work for your costume.
That's the most insane statement you've made in a while. I left my pants out for you. See you later.
And when I came back from yoga, they were still there.
Okay.
So now I'm very curious.
Do you think you tried the pants on?
Maybe.
Did everybody talk about
Maybe he just decided to go a whole different way.
True.
A whole different direction. I don't know. I'm very
Do you think your pants would fit him?
Oh, absolutely.
Were they like womanly cut? Like, I don't know if that's the right.
Have fit him.
Okay, before.
There was one Halloween we dressed up as Russell Brand and Katy Perry.
And he wore your pants?
All my clothes.
He was Russell Brand.
All my clothes. Yes.
Okay. Well, Russell Brand kind of wears women's clothing. No judgment, but that's how he dresses.
He does. He likes tight-fitting clothes. He wears a lot of like, I don't know, spandexy pants.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wore all my clothes.
He dresses like Jackie Bam Bam.
Pretty much. If
you
don't know who Jackie Bam Bam is, shame on you. No, he's a night host here at MMR.
He's the kindest
I say
soul.
here because we're in like the outskirts studios in the same building.
I don't know if I'm trying to like. I know my dad has a pirate's costume that kind of just chills in the closet in case anybody needs it. It's almost movie quality. Like he spent a couple $100s on it.
Really?
Well, my mom spent a couple $100s on it. And
Someone spent money on it.
So like pieces have been put together, like it hangs up. But the last minute ones are good. Lumberjack, easy one. But coworkers is good. Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
You can always do a coworker last minute Halloween costume. Like that's always a great like procrastination costume.
A targeted costume is what I would call that. You dress as somebody you know. I mean, we've dressed as in the college. My buddy Wilson, he always had like a cutoff flannel and a headband and jorts. Mm-hmm. So we all just dressed as him. Mm-hmm. And this is the costumes I love are the ones that become better as you drink. And he loved drinking. So we would just get drunker and the costume would get 10 times better.
And you have to do that person's mannerisms too, right? You have to like embody them. Like not in a way that you're going to insult them, but in a way that everyone's going to know who you are. Like So this coworker of my husband's, who he wanted to dress up as, she like, does some like thing with her hands. He was doing it last night where she like throws her hands up in the air.
Yeah.
Every time she gets, I guess, frustrated, maybe. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know, because I don't know her that well. But I was like, that's good, because everyone in the office is going to know who you're being if you just keep doing that thing with your hands.
Yeah, this kid was like a surfer from North Jersey.
Yeah.
So pretty easy to, I'm pretty sure he's still a lifeguard too. Speaking of dressing up, at the wedding, I did wear the bolo tie, and it was electric. It was a brown.
You got a good response?
Yes, I got a very good response. So I wore a blue suit, wore brown shoes, not cowboy boots.
Okay.
Because I don't own any.
You said that in a way that leads me to believe that you hit it off with somebody at the wedding.
No.
Oh.
Well, we'll see. Well, I'll tell you. All right. So I wore a blue suit. I wore like a blue and red checkered shirt.
Uh-huh.
And the bolo tie was like a copper bull skull, brown leather, like braided.
Yeah.
And then I wore black sunglasses. Originally, I had yellow sunglasses, and I looked like I owned a strip club. And I was like, that's the aesthetic I'm going for at this wedding. But then I realized that it's going to be outside, so I have to wear like dark sunglasses so I can actually see what's going on. So I wear it. I'm at the bar for cocktail hour, and there's a big dude and his wife who was a hot mom. So that's why I'm hitting it off. And she goes, "Oh my God, is that your grandfather's bolo tie?" And I went, "No, but it could be my grandson's bolo tie eventually." This was $10 on Amazon. So I thought about that for a while.
Okay.
And I went up to the beef station at the buffet, and the guy carving beef said, "Dude, that bolo tie is awesome. Where'd you get it?" And I went, "Oh, I got it on Amazon, Grandpa Amazon." And he goes, "No, Grandpa Bezos." And I went, "That's a good line. That's such a good line.
Yeah.
I should steal it from him."
Yeah.
So I'm going to steal it. I still have it. Response was well. Everybody loved it because everybody else just had ties on.
Yeah.
I had a bolo tie.
It's not really a common thing to pick out of your wardrobe and decide to wear a bolo tie to a wedding. I mean, that's, it's pretty left field nowadays.
I don't know. A lot of people started wearing them now. I think because usually I'm a bow tie guy.
Everything comes back.
Somehow the bolo, usually I'm a bow tie. The bolo tie, a little more aggressive, yet subdued. But it was nice. It's like some people didn't even wear jackets, and they're my friends. And I told them that next time you're wearing a jacket, you scrub. I know you flew across the country.
What are we doing?
Stop being a loser. It's a wedding. Wear a jacket. No band at the wedding, but
DJ.
So yes.
Okay, you made me nervous. I thought you were going to say someone hooked up like their old iPod.
So we're in the cocktail,
which is fine. If you want to save cash, cut corners.
Yeah, I'm a band person. Obviously, you are too. Actually, I'm band and DJ. Like I've seen people do both. I'm in on that. Rotate it.
I mean, I'm partial to bands.
We're at the it's like a cash bar before.
Yeah.
And we're up top, and you can see. So it's at a golf course. And you have to walk down the stairs to get to where the ceremony is, which is like on the 18th green.
Yeah.
And during the ceremony, there were people finishing up their round, which I thought was so funny. That's like the risk you take at a golf course. Like you might get hit by a golf ball, but it's a pretty wedding. So, we're watching the DJ do last minute things because like they're outside and they transition inside.
Right.
So he's got his PA system outside. He's setting things up, and I see him go past
There's
the phone's
ringing in here. I don't even know what the phone in here could ring.
Let me see what it says. Hold up. I don't know. It's just contest line. Maybe are we on the air? Who knows? I'm sure someone would have run it. Here's the thing. Before I get back to my story, this studio used to be the WXTU studios during renovations, right?
Oh, okay.
Now I believe it is the WMGK production studio.
Gotcha.
So there's a chance that we're just on the air. I don't know. I don't think we are.
So.
No,
I don't see anyone run into the door.
No. Plus, like, EJ is the program director soon, so, he might not get too mad. So
sorry.
Sorry.
That's if you don't know who EJ is, that's our old boss.
Before we got fired, which I dropped that line.
Which was not his fault.
800 times this weekend, just let you know.
I'm sure you did.
It was so aggressive. I loved it.
You keep leaning into it.
So I see him run. The DJ runs past the window, and most DJs have their name on the laptop.
Right.
And he runs by, and to myself, I go, no effing way. No, there's no way this is his name. And I turn to my friends and I go, did you see that? And they went, no. I said, when we go out to the ceremony, take note of the DJ's name. The DJ is named Jeff. But before Jeff, his name is DJ Def Jeff.
No,
not
stop.
deaf like cool. He was effing deaf.
Stop.
Deanna, I swear to you.
And he calls himself Def
DJ
Jeff?
Def Jeff.
Oh my gosh.
So we do the ceremony, and there's no mention of DJ Def Jeff yet. I go, how am I the only one seeing this? I am the only one seeing this. We get in, we do cocktail hour. We sit down. He gets up, and he goes, I'm DJ Def Jeff, and I'm very hard of hearing. I lost it. I was like, that is an amazing intro, number one. So, like, obviously he has.
Is it because he's been DJing for a while?
No.
You know,
you can tell, like, he kind of has like the impediment a little bit, like he can't fully hear.
Okay.
So he's like, if you have requests, just come up and I'll like basically read your lips. I go, excellent skill to have.
Wow.
So he DJs.
This is wild.
He's like mixing songs. I go, he must not be fully deaf because he was mixing songs, or he was just feeling the beat. Or he's just trained himself so well that he's just good at what he does. My thing is this. His parents named him Jeff, and they probably knew that he was going to be deaf. They set him up for the career.
No, you don't think. No, there's no way.
Or maybe his name's not Jeff because it has a ring to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're in the Syracuse area and you need a DJ, he was excellent. He played Rat.
Wow.
He was playing hair metal for me. I'm like, this guy rips.
That always intrigued me. People who are hard of hearing, who are able to do things musically. Like, there's been so many renowned musicians who either are deaf by definition or like just impaired, like hearing impaired. And they're just incredible musicians.
Here's why I like DJ Def Jeff. He picked a career where most people aren't deaf. I would say maybe
right. And he calls himself Def Jeff.
He leaned into the bit. That's why I love it. Like, there's a blind DJ in Philly on Power 99, DJ Touchtunes. He's blind.
I never knew that.
Oh, Touchtunes is a great name for a blind DJ, too. DJ Touchtunes, Philly's only blind DJ. And I would argue, that's his tag, I would argue maybe the only blind DJ in America.
Maybe.
Lean into America. That's what I want you to do.
Well, I'm sure he's kind of, vetted that name. Maybe
it's a great tag. Maybe he's not. But DJ Def Jeff, I don't know if Jeff's his real name, but he gets up and he just was like, if you heard my name, you know what's going on.
Wow.
I started dying laughing. This guy's got the greatest intro of all time. And he did like 4 hours worth, did the intros.
Did you get any video of him doing a good transition or something?
No. I took 0 pictures. I took 0 videos from anything I did this weekend. Well, there's a photographer. So I let them do their job.
But you don't just like to have a photo of maybe you and the couple? No,
they already, she already sent me a thing, so we're good.
Okay.
Like from the person who gets paid to take the pictures.
I know, I get it. That's why I don't raise my phone up in the middle of the ceremony. But like, when I'm talking to the bride and the groom, I want a picture with the bride and the groom.
There's a lot of people. They were like all over the place. Her uncle did the ceremony, and he was from Massachusetts, and it was 7.5 minutes long. And let me tell you,
perfect.
I thought my 12.5 minutes for the weddings that I do was electric.
Mm-hmm.
7.5. We didn't even sit. We stood up. He kept us standing. He memorized the entire thing. And he talked like he was checking our IDs later on. Like he was like, we're here for Amy and Mike. They love each other. They love the Patriots. It's like this. He did this whole thing. And I'm like, this guy is electric. And I said that to him, too. I said, I've done 5 weddings. You did better than me. I was like, this is your first one? He goes, yeah. I'm like, damn it. I've been practicing my whole life for this. But yeah, he was like kind of like a felt like he was in the mob. I felt like if they would have said no at the altar, he would have coaxed them into saying yes.
Speaking of weddings, it was my 8th wedding anniversary last night.
And you watched the whole wedding video.
So it's
a lot. How long is the video?
Well, here's the thing. We didn't watch the whole wedding video last night. they edit that down. My videographer was my friend. She's an amazing videographer. They don't give you the whole wedding video. It's not 7 hours long. They edit it down to like the best hour, and they piece things together. So yes, every year, tradition, my husband Jacob and I watch our wedding video because it's just fun to watch. It's fun to reminisce. And this year we realized we have no means of watching it unless we huddled around a laptop. Because
it's on DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know where our Blu-ray player is.
Okay. Get the high def wedding video.
And yeah, so there was like really no way to do it unless we wanted to be uncomfortable for an hour, which we didn't. What we did have is, speaking of 7 minutes, a 7-minute highlight video that was passed around on social media. So I streamed the feed from my phone to the smart TV, and we watched that.
So you only watched the 7-minute version?
We watched the 7.5-minute highlight reel.
Do you think over the years it'll start dwindling down to like 1 minute? Be like, all right, yeah, that was cool, thanks.
Or just we'll look at a photo.
Yeah, all right, great. You want to get dinner or something?
You know what? We did say something to each other last night.
Is this the last year?
I was like, is it bad that we're not going to watch our wedding video? Like, he goes, are you going to wake up tomorrow and be sad that we didn't watch the wedding video? Because if you are, then we should probably find a way to watch it.
That's a solid argument.
That's a great question.
It's a solid argument.
I think I'll be okay. But then I did opt for the highlight video.
I think my parents' wedding video is like 3 VHSs.
Oh, gosh.
They did the whole thing. They also had 300 people at the wedding.
Right. We didn't have that many, but we had about a little more than half that.
Yeah.
But technology has,
evolved.
Yeah, and so has production. People don't give you the whole entire wedding video now. You don't need it. You don't need the whole damn thing. You don't need to rewatch the entire day from start to finish.
My buddy got married, and he's a video editor, so he got the raw footage of the wedding as well on top of the edited version. And for the last 3 years, because I was a minister too, I've been trying to convince him to set the wedding video to Limp Bizkit. Like, this is, if I ever get married, Limp Bizkit. Like, I want to, give me a regular one for the wife, 1,000 Years or whatever, Vanessa Carlton, I don't even know. Whatever songs, Train, I'm sure it's one of those songs. Pick one of those. I want it to, the same video,
right?
But Limp Bizkit. Rollin'.
You can get whatever you want when it's your wedding.
Rollin', Creed. I bought tickets to Creed this morning.
Oh, that's right.
Announced the tour. So excited. $275 for Pitt. Didn't buy those. Come on.
I'm surprised you didn't.
No, because I know it's not going to be the only show I go to. That's why.
Oh.
Because they announced a couple dates. Now, mind you, this is the biggest thing that happened in my life for the last couple years, besides getting fired. Creed, number one. Biggest event. Finally going on tour. They're playing in Hershey and Holmdel. Nowhere else. Well, other places, but nowhere close.
Right.
Which leads me to believe there will be more dates on the way.
Okay.
And their tour in 99, which I did go to. I went to 2 shows. So I know that this summer of 99 tour, which is what they're calling it, I will be going to 2 shows. But I got tickets that are pretty close. Okay. Hershey Park Stadium. I'm going to go to Chocolate World before. Maybe ride some roller coasters and then go sing Creed at the top of my lungs.
It's going to be a day.
Yeah, you got to have a day. Separate tickets to get into the park, though. They should come included with the Creed ticket.
They should. I don't know why they don't.
Someplace like Dorney Park, I think it might come with.
At least discounted admission.
They might. I think they might do that. Okay. Hershey Park's the best theme park. If you already do it,
then great, good for you. But you know, we think you should.
Hershey Park, the best theme park, the best amusement park I think around here. But yeah, I said I was going to be front row.
That's debatable. That's a whole other conversation.
And then I went in and I said, no, it would have been $600 for 2 tickets in the pit. And I went, listen, I love Creed. I don't love Creed that much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Especially because it's not working. So I bought, I think they were $140 for the side of the stage. So I think I'm good to go.
Yeah.
As long as the tunes are loud and the sound's okay, I'll be there rocking my. They released new merch. I got to buy that. I mean, I'm spending more. I'm spending stuff on Creed. All right. But yeah, it was a big deal.
In your neighborhood, do the kids do anything for Mischief Night? Do people's houses get TP'd or anything?
I don't even know if we're going to have trick-or-treaters tonight. I'm just letting you know. Because last year kind of didn't have that many. It also rained, too.
We don't get a lot.
Back in my day, we had a ton of it. We have some candy. I bought Pirates Booty stuff.
Me too.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good thing to give out.
Yeah, I bought regular, full-size Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish boxes.
Okay,
and then
good.
Pirate's Booty.
Okay, we got chocolates. The Hershey bars will be we got usually the Snickers is the one that's left over. We didn't get the Hershey bar box because no kids eat Hershey bars. And then we got like a sugar candy box. It's like Airhead Extremes and Nerds Ropes and
I went all chocolate list this year.
And Haribo gummy bears.
Yes.
Like, the kids still eat those.
Oh,
and then we got Pirate's Booty too, which will. I have a feeling that they'll be taking one from each basket tonight because there's no way there's not going to be enough kids.
Yeah. I feel like this whole holiday is kind of like lost its, I don't know.
Mischief night?
Well, all of it. Mischief night, Halloween. I feel like it's just like lost some of the spirit. Like kids aren't as into it as we were when we were kids.
We were also 40, so. And I'm 32. I feel like we're old for Halloween.
I'm not talking about us.
Oh, I thought you meant that's what it feels
kids
like.
These days.
These damn
Kids
kids.
these days.
Well,
I don't feel like they're as into it.
Mischief night's kind of lame though because you used to do it and then not brag about it. But like now it's on social media, so no one's really doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like we would wake up on Halloween morning and drive around our neighborhood and everybody's house would be TP'd.
Yeah.
You know, trees would be covered. And on this street that we live on now, the last 2 years, I haven't seen any signs of it. But this morning, for the first time, there was a house behind us on the other street.
Okay.
Whose trees got TP'd and they left a sign on the front lawn.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the best trolling I've seen in a long time.
Uh-huh.
The sign said, I love the Dallas Cowboys.
And it is Dallas Cowboys week. The Eagles play them on Sunday. This is good.
But it is a Philadelphia Eagles street. I mean, our neighbors are Eagles fans.
Do you think your friend, the people behind you, their friends are Cowboys fans and they did it to them?
Maybe.
I think that's probably what it is. That's a good troll.
Yeah.
That's a better Mischief night than just like throwing
It was
toilet
one of
paper.
the better Mischief night
Do signs.
experiences.
I did it one time, and my mom said, you can go TP our own house. And I went, that's the
not fun.
lamest thing ever.
That's not fun at all.
I don't even know if I might have did it just because I was like, it was so sad.
Why? Like, see,
So sad.
I want to get creative. I would want to like gather up all of the like twigs and branches and leaves from someone's front yard and make like a body on the front lawn with them.
I thought you said my Mischief night activity is landscaping my neighbor's house.
No, that's what I would do. I would like.
They cleaned up our leaves, those damn kids.
Can't believe them.
Oh my God, they washed my car. That's the opposite Mischief night. I love it. I think it's a good idea. Go do good deeds for your neighbors. They washed my car. Like, wash, do what you do? You find somebody's car who loves off-roading, like a Jeep or something, and it's dirty, and you wash it.
Wash it.
They'll be so mad. They'll be so mad.
Spotless.
All right, we're at 32. We're at 33 minutes.
Wow. Gosh, the time goes by fast sometimes.
Because we just talk.
Or you just talk.
I have a lot to talk about. I have nothing for the next episode. Let me see. I have two things. Two things for the next episode.
That's good.
Do you like your little thing at the end here? Can you do like a little thing?
Yeah. Well, so there is a new addition to the website. There's a shop section.
Okay.
For things that we tried and buyed. So there's going to be things added there with like discount codes and stuff. So that's cool. So DeannaandJustin.com. Just look around, poke around, have fun.
And social media.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
And follow at Deanna and Justin in the morning on all social media platforms. Our TikTok is getting a little activity. I started a TikTok for us, and there wasn't much on there. But now every time we do videos, I post them there. Yeah. So
okay.
That's all at this point.
Have a good Halloween, or if it's post-Halloween, Merry Christmas. I don't know. Merry Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because there's already Christmas stuff in stores now. So
well, there's Christmas trees up. There's Christmas stuff in stores.
God, there's so much.
There's Easter stuff. We talked about Easter 4
early.
minutes into the show. So.
We did. All right. Bye, mayonnaise.